What a contrast. What a contrast. As I was looking at you from my seat, I was thinking in all those years that we have been getting together for the 8th of March to celebrate Women's Day, and our hearts were broken. And our hearts were broken because we were talking to you and you were not with us. You know, after all these years of struggle and of suffering, in my heart of woman, I have learned that I can forgive the bad that has been done to me. I can sometimes forget it, but I cannot forget the wrong that is done to the people I love. So that is why when I landed here in Tirana, I came with my heart filled with gratitude and respect. You see, when I see today Miriam's face, blooming, happy, victorious, I know the contrast with that Miriam during 7 years that was in pain, in anxiety, in fear of what could happen to each one of you. I was always asking her about her children. And she would always tell me with pain, my daughter is fine, but you see, I don't have only one daughter. I have 1,000 daughters and 2,000 sons. So you cannot imagine what it was to be in this side of the world as you were under attack and abuse in the other side, first in Ashraf and then in Camp Liberty. When I was talking to you yesterday, it was the first thing I wanted to know, and I asked you. We were sitting at a table and we drew on a napkin the plan of Camp Ashraf, because I wanted to understand how did it happen when the soldiers came and invaded the camp with their tanks and began shooting on each one of you. How did it happen? Where were you? What were you thinking? What were you feeling? And then I had these amazing answers. One of you told me where we were very preoccupied, that you were seeing these images and you were worried about us. Well, imagine, you were thinking about we being worried, and we were really, really worried. And you told me that you came out to just confront the tanks so that they couldn't move further because you knew that they wanted to invade the camp and slaughter each one of you. So you did a human barrage. Women did a shield with their bodies. So you see, today, we're celebrating Women's Day. And we're celebrating leadership in women. But I have to tell you, we're far beyond women leadership. Today, what we are celebrating is you, women of courage. You are our heroes. And all those stories that you have told me that I cannot summarize today, all the things that you didn't tell me that are in your heart, those are the things that have to be written because they are the legend that will be told in future generations in Iran of this resistance that will bring freedom, equality, and justice to your country. And I have to tell you that when I say that you are the heroes, I mean you all, men and women, but also Miriam. Because I could not witness your suffering and your pain in those dire days when you were under attack, when you were wounded, when you were sometimes saved by miracle. But I can give testimony of Miriam's courage. When I first met her, I have to tell you that as I had been invited to a conference with all of you, and for you, you at the time were still in Ashraf, my computer went viral. I was bombarded by information against the MEK. How do they do that? I don't know. The fact is that whenever I would open my computer and I would go into the browser, I would have like a burst of information about the MEK and how the MEK was a terrorist group. So you see, I was in hands of terrorists for nearly 7 years. So when I read those things that were like being shoveled to me through the web, I said, well, no one is going to tell me what to think. I want to go and see them and meet them, and I will take a decision upon my instinct and what I have learned in life. So I have to tell you that when I met Miriam, we fell in each other's arms. And I knew that they could say many things about Miriam, but not that she was a terrorist. And from that day, you are my family, you are my sisters and my brothers. And I know how hard it is to be united. I know how hard it is to, for example, build a place like this one in 4 months when before there was nothing. I mean, this is you. And if you can do this here, like magic, imagine what you will do when you get to Tehran. So, you see, my father, when I was a child, he had this hero. It was a Latin American hero, a young soldier that actually became a general as a reward for his courage in the battlefield. And this young soldier said to his people, let's march with the pace of victory until the end. So today, I say to you, we will stand behind Miriam because she is our best leader. And we will march. And we will march with the pace of victory until we plant the banner of gender equality in the Freedom Square of Tehran.